Brigadier Gininda, reference was made to the statement of Mr. Hlophe in these proceedings.
Yes.
Which was not properly commissioned. Was it the only statement that Mr. Hlophe made in these proceedings?
No, it's not, my lord. I think that will be a fourth statement. A recollection in the docket, there are three other statements. I was only present when one was taken, and it was not even taken by me, but it was taken by my colleague, but I was present. And at that stage, my lord, I had no knowledge of what the docket contained. But subsequent to me now being appointed as the lead investigating officer, then I realized that there were other statements in the docket. I think there's about three, and then this particular one was the fourth one, my lord. If not for, my lord, maximum will be three. But I know that there are definitely other statements other than the one that was taken in my presence.
Now, this statement that was taken in your presence, when was it taken? When was it taken down?
Yeah, my lord, there is a date. I think it will be before I was appointed as the lead investigating officer in the matter, my lord. 2016, 17, around there. I'll just check the exact date, my lord, while we're proceeding.
Oh my goodness. Finally, we address Mr. Hlophe's statement. Gininda says, yes, there is more than one. Okay, we are cruising nicely, okay? Until he is asked for a date. You see, we've been listening to you, Brigadier Gininda. I mean, I'm sure you've heard us say this many times. We listen, okay? We listen in court like my lord. We've been listening to you for a good 2 to 3 weeks. And let me tell you something. We now know your pattern of answering questions, okay? And you have a tendency to want to add addendums where it is unnecessary, and you have a tendency to want to overgive information. Now, what stands out to me here is your lack of ability to answer the question with regards to the date. 2, you have distanced yourself. You said you were in the room, but it wasn't given to you. But yes, you were in the room. And with regards to the date, you are not sure, but it was before you became the lead IO. You see, Mr. Titles, I see you there. I see what you did there. So it was before you became the lead of the cold case unit, even though according to Ms. Fearfok or Patricia Mashale, there's no such unit, and you were not appointed. You became, okay, you made yourself the lead. But you know what? I digress. Hlophe. Let's go back. You are asked a simple statement, a question. When was the statement made? Okay, this one that you actually know of, and you say, well, I'm not sure, around 2016, 2017, before I was appointed IO. Here's where I have a concern with you. Normally, even the interpreter struggles, okay, to interpret. You have to be told to stop talking for the interpreter to even just put out a few words here and there, nyana, okay? And what did you do here? You said, no, proceed. I'll just keep checking. That is a deflection tactic, sir. That is, no, I don't want to answer that now. Keep going. Keep going. I want to see where we go with this, because we know you. I see you. I'm clocking you right here. Let's continue on. Defense, I hope your spidey senses are on 600% high alert. Let's continue on.
Can you perhaps just briefly explain the circumstances under which that statement was taken?
Yes, my lord. Around that period, myself, we were about 9 members of the police. I think we were about 4 officers. It was myself, Colonel Ramohala, Lieutenant Colonel Nzenisa, and the late Captain Mabuti, plus I think 5 or 6 other members. We were about 9 or 10 my lord, in total. We were sent by then the head of detectives, General Gomo, Lieutenant General Gomo, to go to the family of the deceased at the time and indicate to them. It seems, my lord, there was a planned visit that was supposed to be made by the head of detectives, which then the National Commissioner, General Patlane, acting general, who was the NATCOM, to go and update the family with the progress or the status of the case at that time, my lord. But also to assist with whatever assistance we can give, my lord. But what is prudent is that I was not appointed as the lead investigating officer at that time. It was prior to the appointment by General Stone. My lord, we then arrived at the deceased home, introduce ourselves, and in those interactions, my lord, because I do recall we met the father of the deceased. He was still alive at the time, the mother, the parents, and the siblings. We communicated the directive we got, my lord, but in that interaction, as we were communicating that, it was then brought to our attention that the family does not understand why it is difficult or taking so long for the matter to be resolved, because there seems to be information that was given by Mr. Tumelo Mazala to the brother-in-law. This is now Mr. Hlophe, that the deceased in this matter was shot by mistake. That's the essence of it. I'm trying to sum up it.
That even if it's already been put on record, yes?
I promised myself I wasn't going to interrupt the Honorable Brigadier LLB student as he goes through Mr. Hlophe's statement or lack of thereof. I promised I wasn't going to interrupt him, but no. We've got to talk about this. Did you notice what Baloyi did? Did you notice what Baloyi did? He says, no need to talk about that anymore. It's already on the record. Sir, the last 3 weeks you've been putting stuff on the record. That's already on the record. Why couldn't Gininda repeat this part again? The part where Tumelo Mazala called and told Mr. Hlophe, the brother-in-law to the deceased, that he was shot by mistake. Why did you have to cut that off? Gininda, Baloyi, what are you up to? You see, we listen in court and we understand your patterns. Now, you see, we study your patterns, your human behavior. That is quite suspicious. As the 2000s will say, that was sus. That was sus, Baloyi. Shame on you. But let's get back into it.
All right. So now, as I said, my lord, I had no knowledge. In other words, privy. I was not privy to the docket, so I did not know what was already filed in the docket. But when that was brought to us, for me, it was a crucial information that needed to be followed. So we then asked to be introduced to Mr. Hlophe, which was duly done, and that's how we met him, my lord. My lord, upon meeting him, the statement was taken by my colleague, the late Captain Mabuti. He took the statement from Mr. Hlophe, summarizing what I've said, my lord, in essence. Mabuti, Captain Mabuti. In the presence of all, the whole team, my lord. So it was the team that moved from the deceased home to meet Mr. Hlophe. This was also, my lord, reported to the DIVCOM then at the time to say this is what we've got. And then we asked to follow that up, which was then refuted. There was some resistance at the beginning from Mr. Mazala, I recall, when we tried to interview him, because at that stage, Brigadier Mudise, who is also late, was the IO, so he was not aware who we are. He didn't want to cooperate with us, but basically the essence was to confirm what is being said by Mr. Hlophe, which was refuted, but there was, as I said, there was some mistrust from Mr. Mazala at the time. My lord, that...
Yeah, this is very crucial. What did Mr. Mazala, what was his reaction to these allegations?
He denied it, my lord. He said he never said it. But like I said, he referred us to the IO to say, I don't know who you are. I know Mr. Mudise, speak to him. He says he was getting a lot of threats and all manner of things. But it was clear that he was refusing that he ever said that, my lord. My lord, that affidavit was then filed in the docket. It was actually indexed by me at a later stage, of course, because we're in KZN. It was indexed with my handwriting because it's available, because we had to deal with this allegation that there's a missing statement. And I submitted a statement to say the said statement was never misplaced. It was made by Mr. Hlophe, by Captain Mabuti, who also made the statement at the time. He was still alive, to confirm that it is him who made that statement in his own handwriting. It was then subsequent at a later stage attached in the docket. It has been there in the docket even after we're then done with that instruction that we received, my lord. And it is still in the docket as we speak today. When we received the docket, my lord, as I said, that was that time. Then it was Brigadier Mudise, and then subsequent to us following those few things that the DIVCOM wanted us to follow, I know the matter was then assigned to General Shibiri. And then thereafter, General Shibiri, then we came on board. This is now when we were appointed. When I received the docket during the handing over process, that statement was still in the docket, my lord. And as I said, up to today, it's still in the docket. But not only that statement, all other statements that were made by Mr. Hlophe are still in the docket. In fact, if you look at this matter that is before court, my lord, all affidavit disposed from 2014 to date, there's not even a single affidavit that is missing. And my lord, later, obviously, when I had now the privilege now to analyze the docket as the lead investigating officer, that's when I realized that there was a similar statement made by Mr. Hlophe right at the beginning to the investigation team. I think the date is around 2015 or so, which didn't yield any results because it was refuted as well by Mr. Tumelo. It's early 2015, and then I think because of the changing of hands by investigators, whenever the families, this is my assumption, my lord, will go to introduce themselves as a protocol to the family. I think this issue will be raised, and then I think that's that led, because if you look at his statement, it's basically saying the same thing, but it was dealt with as early as 2015 by the first investigation team with no results, my lord. Fast tracking to work got involved, same thing, it was refuted. When I was now officially appointed as the lead investigating officer, I revisited the same issue with Mr. Mazala. He still refuted it, my lord, when I was now the investigating officer. I can also explain, my lord, to indicate that after I was appointed as the lead investigating officer, and AfriForum came on board as the watching brief for the family. This is one of the aspects that we explain to them, that the assertion or the belief that there is a missing statement, it's not correct. The statement has been in the docket, it is still available, and it was followed up without, because it's a hearsay. The only person who could have confirmed it, it's Mr. Madlala, who then refuted that he ever said it.
Now, Brigadier Gininda, do you know if this statement was disclosed to the defense with the rest of the contents of the docket?
Yes, because we made copies, my lord, copies of the entire docket. When I was asked to assist with the copies, we actually made copies of all statements that were available to us, my lord. If there's any misunderstanding in that regard, my lord, like I said, it's still available in the docket.
It's funny how they're only talking about the docket now that Patricia Mashale, I think it was Patricia Mashale, I think I did a video on this, revealed to us that, the defense has received copies of Mr. Hlophe's statement, and I think that was last week. All of a sudden, they're eager and ready to talk about it and acknowledge all other statements, but why has it never come up before? I cannot wait for Mr. Hlophe to be called to the stand by the defense, but let's talk about a few things in that. It seems there's a lot of deny. Every single statement is there. I wasn't the lead investigator. When I became the lead investigator, I verified it with Tumelo Madlala, and Tumelo Madlala is team deny. Okay? Tumelo Madlala has remained consistent since 2014. He never said that. And Mr. Hlophe has also remained consistent that, yes, I got the call and yes, I heard that. But the state has the means to prove this. The state knows that they can get the 205 of Tumelo Madlala, look for the line call entry to SENZO MEYIWA's sister, and check the call records, give us the call time. That will also give us the time of when this all happened, because they just keep saying that Tumelo Madlala is refuting it. But they're not saying Tumelo Madlala is saying, I never made the call. They're not saying Tumelo Madlala is saying, I said this instead. They're saying Tumelo Madlala is refuting it. Now I want to revisit Tumelo Madlala's evidence in chief. This is very interesting because not that I am saying that it should have happened, but I'm saying, has anybody else noticed that no one who was an eyewitness in the house has died or passed away? Why is it everybody else all around? We have the late Captain Mabuti. I'm not saying there's any foul play. I'm just saying there's a lot of other people around this case who are passing away. But somehow, anybody who was inside Pagati, the Spaza house, man, they are immune. They are immortal. I'm not saying that they should, pass away. I'm saying time has passed, 10 years has passed, and they're all still, holding on strong. Nobody has kicked the bucket. Isn't that a little bit interesting? But we'll talk about that in another video, okay? But yeah, that is the words of Brigadier Bongani Nicholas Gininda, also known as Mr. LLB, also known as Mr. Corroborate, also known as subsequently also, I'm trying to remember all the names I've seen in the comment section. That is what he says about Mr. Hlophe's statement, but he doesn't tell us how he investigated it. Did you notice that as well? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I want to hear from you. I definitely want to hear from you. So let me know in the comment section down below. That is it from me today. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, do the things, okay, for the Tantani to grow. And I need a favor, okay? I need about 200 people to subscribe to this channel, okay? Don't worry about the watch hours. Watch hours is never a difficult thing for me. It's the subscribers. Is the most painful thing, and I'm just so unmotivated to post, but I really need to post, okay? I really need to start posting. And I'll reveal why. I really need to start posting there, but I need about 200 additional members, and you know, I think I'll kick into gear too, okay? Because right now there I'm cruising like LONGWE TWALA, driving the red polo, okay? On off, ignition on off, post, don't post, disappear, a couple of days, gone, come back. Help me out. I would really appreciate it. Over here, okay, we are cruising nicely. We are cruising nicely to 50,000 subscribers, but there's something about getting to 1,000 subscribers that is just absolutely difficult. Help me out with that. I would really appreciate it. Even if you don't watch the videos, that's okay. Just hit that subscribe button. Don't even turn on the notifications. That's okay. That's okay. I'll find my crowd. But that is it from me today, okay? Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Am I re-closing this video? Yes, I am, because you already know I absolutely love you guys. I love you guys. Thanks for all your time. Have a great day. Mzansi Unfiltered, checking out. Catch you on my next upload.
My lord, I'm indebted.
Yeah.
As the court pleases, my lord, I'm indebted.
Yeah.
If the grooves don't fit, acquit the 5 accused. Mzansi has done a fantastic job proving there was no match.